Optional kick. Okay, I don't know what that word was. Hello, welcome back, everybody, to Doki Doki Blue Skies, episode 43, Double Click McGee. Man, we only have 8 and 9 left here. That's unfortunate. I really hope we don't need all those, because that would be, like 12 more episodes? That's insane. I'm just going to start introducing every new episode as potential finale. So welcome to episode 43, the potential finale. Potential, that's an easy word to say, but I almost messed it up. Anyway, what happened last time is we had another argument with Yuri. Imagine that. We made things worse. Or about the same. I'd say worse. Yeah, it was worse. Now we're back at that spot. We're killing time because we can't go home because our mom would be like, hey, why aren't you at school? So now we're just chilling at the spot where Yuri and I had our first date, outing, activity, social event. So let's get right into today's episode while the sad music is playing. The only thing I'm focusing on at the moment are the words. Well, they feel more like bullets. They were fired between us just now. Forgot I had to double click. That's going. That's so fucking annoying. I pick up a rock and throw it as hard as I can. It's cathartic in a sense. Putting all of my energy into a physical action affords me a tiny bit of relief. All you want to do is dump me at the God. Oh man. It's been it's not even a long day, man. I don't know. I can't read. I'm from Saudi Arabia. All you want to do is dump me at the therapist office to cure me. Is that really how she freaking sees things? Can't say that word. Half a year of getting to know her, dating her, only to be told that's how callous she thinks I am. I pick up another rock and throw it as hard as I can, but this time the sensation does little to quieten. I'm gonna go with quieten. No, quitting my anger. I'm trying here, Yuri. I'm trying my fudging best. But you're not giving me anything to go off of. How am I meant to know what I'm doing well? Or how to correct my wrongdoings if you straight up refuse to talk to me? How was I meant to know that you felt like you had to have intercourse? Can't say that word. How am I meant to know anything at all? What even are we? This isn't how a boyfriend and girlfriend should act. It's sad. Right at the beginning of our relationship, I wondered about what we were. And now, when it looks like this is the end of our relationship, here I am, wondering the exact same thing again. Maybe things will just blow over. Couples argue all the time. They do, but I wince as I recall the quiet fury in her voice as she warned me not to talk about her parents. Deep down, I know I've overstepped some sort of boundary. Again, the question is, can I redeem myself? That question lingers over me throughout the day, even after I'm back at home. Well, we could have gone 3 more minutes and saved ourselves a transition. Water break time, though. New day. Brand new day. Markapi, you're going to be late for school. I ignore her voice as I lie in bed, staring dejectedly at the ceiling. Sleep barely came to me last night. A given, really. And besides, school is the last thing on my mind. I know for a fact that if I went in, I wouldn't even retain any information. Plus, having to face the suspicious looks on the other girls' faces. Nah, school is definitely a miss for today. I can't imagine Yuri would want to go to school either. So I can't even use school as an excuse to see her. And even if she did, based on last time, she wouldn't talk to me anyway. Footsteps grow louder and louder outside my room, and I brace myself for the lecture I'm about to receive. To my surprise, even though Mom comes through the door, there's no immediate scolding. As I take my eyes off the ceiling, I notice the concerned look on Mom's face. Markapi. Sweetheart, please. I hate seeing you like this. I never would have imagined your problems with Yuri were this bad. Just talk to me. Well, it looks like I'm both the giver and the receiver of that command. She sits down on the foot of my bed. Did you two break up? I don't know. I think she hates me, Mom. Tears threaten to escape from my eyes, and I'm in half a mind to hide them, while the other half is tired of hiding how much this is affecting me. Yuri won't even talk to me anymore. I tried talking to her yesterday, but we just had another fight. What was the fight about? I close my eyes as another sigh escapes me. Just the same stuff as our fight last weekend. I tried being patient with her, but some of the stuff she said just really pissed me off. You're still not giving me much information. I really want to help you, but I just can't if I don't know the context of the argument. I know, and I really appreciate you trying. Can we maybe talk a little bit later? I didn't get much sleep last night, and I'm feeling really drained. But this means missing school. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but I wouldn't even be able to remember anything if I did go in. She doesn't look happy, but I can tell she's at least thinking it over. I'll allow it on one condition. What? Promise me that you'll at least talk to someone about this, okay? If not me, maybe Sayori. It's just not healthy to keep all of this to yourself, and I can't let you just bottle this up. It can lead to all sorts of destructive behaviors, and it's hard enough seeing you unable to face going to school. Okay. I'll see how I'm feeling later on, okay? Alright. If you need me, you know where I am, okay? Sleep well. I'll try. Well, Mom's very supportive. That's epic. The rest of the day passes with mundane slowness. For the most part, it's proven to be very uneventful. After catching up on sleep, I can definitely say that I feel better, at least physically. Despite the boringness, the day has given me a lot of time to think, namely about the promise I made to Mom just a few hours ago. Let me turn this up a little bit. She's right, maybe I should call Sayori over. Even though she can't fix anything, I can't deny that her presence alone makes things feel a little better, if only for a few moments. Well, it's 5:30, so she should be at home. 6:30? Does that... I've never heard that. I think that's a UK thing. Like, I've heard like half after 6 maybe, but like even then, that's a weird way to talk. Before I get a chance to reach for my phone, however, a light knocking sound fills the room. Markapi, do you mind if I come in? Why did it start raining all of a sudden? Sayori? Yeah, of course. Come in. The door opens, revealing a very concerned-looking Sayori. She wastes no time coming up to me and enveloping me in a warm hug. Your mom told me that you were feeling really sad, so I came here to try and cheer you up. Well, that's really sweet of you. I was actually thinking of calling you over. Funny how that works out. So, talk to me, Markapi. You weren't in school today, and I was really worried. It doesn't really matter. I'm just being silly, that's all. Sometimes I don't even understand myself. I just admitted that I should talk to her, and yet when she's here, I don't want to cause a fuss. It does matter, though. Look at how it's affecting you. Please don't think that's your... Fuck. Sorry, I'm from, Yugoslavia. I don't know English. Please don't think that your problems aren't worth anything, okay? Now can you tell me about what happened between you and Yuri? She gently squeezes my hands, and my breath hitches in my throat for a moment. I look into her eyes and find nothing but warmth. Wow. Maybe Sayori is best girl. I mean, after Monica, of course. Like, best girl in this game means after Monica. Of course, because Monica's the the goat, as the kids would say. But Sayori, like, she's supportive and warm, inviting, friendly. She cares for us, man. Yuri's alright too. Okay, but you have to promise me that what I'm about to tell you stays between us, alright? No one can know this. Not Natsuki, not Monica, and definitely not Yuri. Okay, I promise. I can't shake off the feeling that I'm somehow about to betray Yuri. I tried, but I have my own needs as well. If I'm going to talk to someone about the issues we're having, I'm going to have to be 100% transparent. Do you remember when you found me and Yuri in the girls' bathroom last week? She nods. Well, Yuri was... Last chance, Markapi. She was cutting herself. Sayori's reaction is exactly how I imagined it would be. Shock and sadness. Huh? She cuts herself? But why? It's basically a kind of coping strategy for when she really feels stressed or overwhelmed. That's so sad, though. I had no idea poor Yuri was going through this. She tries very hard to hide it, so don't feel too bad. Besides, I only found out by accident. But that's a really bad way to deal with this stuff, isn't it? I heave a sigh. As nice as it is to find someone who agrees with me, Sayori's affirmation drives home my helplessness. Yes, it is. I've been trying to nag her to try therapy, but that's basically caused 2 huge fights we've had. She just thinks that I'm naive and stupid, and that I see therapy as some magical fix to her issues. I get that it won't be easy for her, but she's not even willing to try it. How long has she been cutting herself for? Like a couple of years. It wasn't too bad up until her parents died. Wait, what? Her parents are dead? Oh my god! I need to comfort her, Markapi. There's really no point in doing it now. It's not like she'll respond to you. But I feel awful for her. All this time, she cuts herself and her parents are dead, and I've done absolutely nothing to help her. That's not your fault though, is it? She kept this stuff from you, so it's not like you did it deliberately. If it makes you feel any better, I only found out that she cuts herself by accident, like I said. I know, but... She bites her lip and looks down at the floor. Anyway, now that you know about her parents and her self-harm, I guess I can tell you about what caused our arguments. With a heavy heart, I recall what was said during the first argument. So, she feels jealous because we hung out together? Yeah. She's always thought that you'd make for a better girlfriend, and that she can't make me as happy as you do. I've reassured her many times that you and I are just good friends, but I guess she doesn't see it that way. There's a pained look on Sayori's face. I'm really sorry, Markapi. Don't be. Nothing is your fault. If there's anyone I'm really pissed off with, it's those bullies who used to prey on her insecurities. I guess years of being bullied really changed the way she sees herself, and it really freaking sucks. Can't curse, my great aunt would be so mad at me. So yeah, that's basically what happened. You saw how oh man, English is hard. You saw how awkward things were between us at school, so I gave her a couple of days before I tried to talk to her again. And next, well, you can probably guess how that went down. Another painful recall, and another not painful drink of water. Everyone go take a drink right now. Ah, not painful at all. Refreshing, actually. You guys are really in a pickle, aren't you? Kind of like this scientist I watched on TV. He actually went through with this surgery, and after it was done, he actually turned himself into a pickle. It was kind of the funniest incident I've ever seen. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry you had to hear that. Yeah. You definitely could say that. I don't really know what to say. Well, at least that's when you know that things really are bad. When not even you can say something positive about it. What? No, that's not it. I just didn't know that self-harm and stuff was involved. I know. I'm only messing. Well, sort of. For what it's worth, Sayori, just being able to talk to you about this stuff has been really helpful. I still don't really know what to do, but talking to you has really helped. Really? But I didn't do anything. You didn't need to. Just being around you, and you being you helps. So thank you. That's okay. Oh god, I almost choked on my own tongue. Or my epiglottis. Something inside my mouth just caused me to cease breathing for a second. I'm glad I was able to help, even if I couldn't do much. Although, I can't help but feel like I've betrayed Yuri's trust, you know? By telling you about her deepest secrets. Don't feel like that, Markapi. Your intentions were good, and that's what counts. You opened up to me because you wanted to help her, right? That's definitely part of it, yeah. But I was selfish too. Huh? How? I wanted to help myself as well. My head felt like it was going to explode because I was keeping all this stuff within me. And I wanted some release. Heh, funny. Even if it meant exposing Yuri's secrets like that. I hang my head in shame, but Sayori gently clasps my hands in hers and smiles at me. You're not selfish at all. Sometimes we've got to put ourselves first, you know? If you didn't talk to me, who knows what would have happened if you kept bottling up your issues. You did the right thing. Besides, we're both Yuri's friends. It's not like you told a random stranger, or someone mean who would have told everyone about her problems. And I think, now that I know, I can maybe try and help you two out. How? Well, I don't really know. But you're not alone anymore. That should help. I hope. It does. Anyway, like I said, I'm not really sure what you should do. But I can spend some time with Yuri, and maybe ask the other girls to join us. I won't tell anyone what you told me, but if we all spend some time with her, maybe that'll help. It might help her take her mind off things, and also give her the time she needs to be ready to talk to you again. I think maybe she does need help, but just not from you. Ouch. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Nah, maybe you're right. After all, I'm not her only friend, am I? It might do her well to spend time with other people. I know she loves and values the club, so perhaps you're right. It can't hurt to try, right? I mean, I'd be impressed if your attempts go any worse than mine did. Don't say that. Things will be fine, I promise. I really hope so. Sayori lets out a loud yawn. Oh, sorry, I didn't get much sleep last night. Go home and get some rest then. You've helped me enough as is. Are you sure? I don't mind sticking around if you want to talk about anything else. I think I'll be okay for now. Okay, if you're positive. She makes for the door, but before she heads out, she turns around to look at me. Will I see you in school tomorrow? Yeah. Good, because my morning walks are lonely without you. There's no one to make fun of. She pouts, and I can't help but laugh. A genuine laugh that restores some light to the bleakness that surrounds me. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow morning then. Although she leaves, the faint tinge of hope lingers in the air. I just hope it stays. Please be right, Sayori. Please let things be fine again. Interesting to see where this leads. That gave me a little spook. I ain't gonna lie. A little spooky time. I got a little frightened, a little scared even. Perhaps even it disgruntled me. I don't know if I'd go that far. ZZZZ. What? Not for the first time. I'm woken up by my phone. Man, this thing really is a... I stopped dead in my tracks once I noticed who the text is from. Any remaining vestiges maybe, I don't know, I'm not an optometrist, of sleep are instantly replaced by a horrible mixture of both anticipation and stress. Holy, how long is this text? Does anyone remember that meme where it's the girl like doing a very long just page of text and the guy just replies with the "Let's play 8-ball"?
With new car replacement, get your brand new car that's total. Liberty Mutual will pay the entire value plus depreciation. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
If we had that option, I'd probably take it. Okay, for you Apple Music listeners, the text message is from Yuri, and it says, "You don't have to make any more excuses for me, Markapi. You don't have to make so many excuses for such a pitiful, self-loathing freak. How truly pathetic I really am." Okay, this doesn't look good. It's starting to look like a suicide note, which is giving me the heebie-jeebies here. Yearning for the past, yearning for my parents, people I couldn't even be transparent with. Maybe it was for the best that I didn't show them how abhorrent I truly am. They would have been worried and would have wasted so much time trying to convince me to get help, much like you do. But being the selfish, pathetic person I am, I can't even do that. I can't even order food at a cafe without turning into an embarrassment. Why is it that something as simple as making a booking is beyond me? I've even caused you to miss school over these past few days with the worrying I forced upon you. I want to change. I really do. If there's one thing I hate about myself most, it's how pervasive my inability to function by myself runs. I grew too dependent on you. I let you do so many things for me. Because I'm lazy. Because I'm a lazy, weak individual who never had any drive to actually act upon my wish to change. You don't have to apologize for any of the things you said. Do you know why? Because you were right. My arms are an ugly mess. I don't communicate at all. But it's okay in a strange sense. Hearing those words from you was a comforting sense of closure. This is not good. It confirmed what I always knew in my head, that I really am an aberration. I finally realized that every single person who ever bullied me was in the right and I was in the wrong. Okay, if this is the finale, and if this is the ending, the way I think it's going, F's in the fucking chat. I'm sorry I had to say that word, great Uncle Herm, but I had to say it. Especially about you to think you could have changed me. You were nothing but a false hope. Oh gosh darn. And I know it's extremely selfish of me to dump such a long text on you, but it's the only way I feel like I can actually talk to you now. This is a long text. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to grade our grammar, make sure everything's in MLA format. And besides, I know you don't want to see me anymore, and even getting this out proved to be extremely difficult, so please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. ... I dash. What the frick? Sorry, I said that word once, but I can't say it 2 times in one episode. Unforgivable. For a few moments, I just stared dumbly at my phone. I'm just staring at this dummy thick phone in my hand as my brain tries to process such a darning text. Part of me feels like it's on fire. Mentally, my mind feels like it's going at 1 billion miles an hour. That is fast as fudge. Yet another part feels completely frozen, much like the movie Frozen 2. How am I, What am I meant to? Nani? Where do I even start? Finally, my hands start shooting a response back. What I'm typing, though, is beyond me. It's almost as if there's a disconnect between my brain and my fingers. Okay, for you Napster listeners, Markapi Sue responds to that massive wall of text with, "Yuri, you're scaring me. Please, it's not like that at all. I do still want to see you. I still want to fix stuff between us. Please believe me. Please let me just talk to you. ... Agonizingly, slow moments pass by without a response. I waste no time in ringing her, but, of course, nothing. What to do? Ooh, triple question mark, says Markapi. This would be a great time to end the episode. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go a little bit longer because we're running out of save files. We have to finish the series. So we're going to go a little bit longer. I'm going to say that's maybe Mom? Markapi! Huh? Sayori? Okay, it's Sayori. I cross the room and open the door. What are you doing here, stepsis?
Well, I wanted to make sure you came to school today, of course. I realize you might still be feeling really down, so I came over again.
I glance back to my phone lying on my bed. It's still lying suspiciously silent.
What's wrong?
As always, Sayori's quick on the uptake, noticing where I'm looking.
Oh, did Yuri message you?
Did Yuri come to school yesterday?
Yeah, but...
I don't even wait for her to finish before I start heading for the bathroom. I've got to see her today, and I've got to sort this out for good. I don't care what it takes. Nothing about Sakurai's lesson is actively registering in my brain. I didn't see Yuri anywhere before my first lesson, and by that point I had to reluctantly stay. It's still looking like she isn't in. Gosh darn it, Sayori said she came in yesterday, so of course I had to assume the same would hold true for today. Finally, lunchtime. I pack my bag at light speed and rush over to the door, but just then... Markapi, may I have a moment? Gosh dang it! Is the whole world against me today? I somehow managed to suppress my boiling emotions before turning to Sakurai with a strained smile. Sir? Don't worry, I don't intend to hold you for long. Then get on with it. Markapi, is everything alright with you? You haven't been paying any attention in class, and you look rather stressed. And you have a raging erection right now. Nice cock. Not too long, not too short. If I had to rate it, 8.5 out of 10. No, everything's not alright. Yes, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. I know I'm just your teacher, but you can talk to me if need be, alright? Okay, thanks. Sorry, I just, really need to use the bathroom. I was rushing too much to go this morning, so I was holding it in until now. Ah, in that case, don't let me stop you. Use my mouth. With a wave back, I rocket off to the club room. Sorry, Sakurai, but I really have to hurry. I burst through the door and waste absolutely no time with my questions. Have either of you two seen Yuri? No, I don't think so. Neither have I. She's not in today.
Markapi, we really need to...
I don't even let her finish.
Markapi, where are you going?
Sayori, you said you saw Yuri yesterday, right?
Yeah, why?
Was she okay? Like her sleeves, were they like... Did they look different at all or anything?
Her sleeves? I don't think so. But she looked really pale, and to be honest, she barely spoke to us. Although she did ask where you were.
And then?
Well, when we told her you didn't come in today, she left. She muttered something about needing the bathroom, and she didn't come back.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh, this is not looking good. Then we got the bad ending, didn't we? The wave of fear shoots through me at a sickening speed almost... Oh, that doesn't make sense. The wave of fear that shoots through me at sickening speed almost makes me ill. Yeah, that's better. Tell the others I've gone home.
Huh? Why? Markapi, did something happen to Yuri?
I've already started making my way to the end of the corridor. Sayori's concerned face barely even registers in my mind. Aw, we're gonna yell at Sayori? I won't do this. I'm changing the script. Yes, Sayori. And would you mind not inquiring with all of these queries and carry out the action that I requested of you? That's much better. Desperately trying to fight off the feeling that I've made an awful mistake, I whip out my phone and urgently flip to Yuri's number. Okay, that shrunk my prostate significantly. Come on. Nothing but the darning sound of the dial tone, droning on and on. I don't care if I have to break down her darn front door. I'm going. And speaking of that, we're going to end the episode right here because we don't know what we're going to find in Yuri's house. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's going to be a body that does not have a pulse, and if that happens in the next episode, which is likely going to be the finale, don't miss it. Tell your friends. Email your great aunt Cheryl that this episode is going to be a banger, much like today's. I really enjoyed this. Okay, do me 4 favors. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, help me find a girlfriend. And bye.